And there is an important model already available, which is called word-to-vec. This is a model which can be used to generate vector embeddings for words. We can use it in two different ways. First is the pre-trained word-to-vector converter. We can use the Google's model, or we can use the model from Anthropic, we can use the model from Meta, or anywhere for that matter. We can use word-to-vec to read the model or load the model and then use this library to generate vector embeddings for any words. And the Google's pre-trained model that I'm talking about, it has been trained on more than 100 billion words. And it contains 3 million unique words. I'm talking about the pre-trained model from Google, which can be used in word2vec. The vector size is 300, which is the dimension of the vector or the number of elements in the vector array or vector list. I'll talk about list because in Python, the data type of an array is list. So when I say vector size is 300, you know that the vector variable or the variable would contain a list with 300 elements. And whenever we load the model, either in your local machine or it can be cloud machines also, it takes approximately 4 GB of memory. But of course, the memory can be limited. So this is one of the pre-trained model that I'll use to show you how do we get the vectors for a word. And the library that we have to download is the genzim library. This is the command pip3 install genzim. And after we download the library, there are a few steps which have to be performed. First is that we'll have to download the model, which is the Google's pre-trained model. Then we'll have to use a class called keyed vectors class, which stores only words and their vectors, nothing else. So that's what we want to do. We want to use word2vec to give us the vector of a word. And that's what we'll be doing. But we'll be using the keyed vectors class. And then we'll have to load the model and then we can get the embedding. Now in this case, we're using a pre-trained model to generate vectors for different words. In the next video, I'll use word2vec to train a model and then generate vectors using that. We'll use a dataset to train the model and then we'll generate word vectors with much lesser dimensions. Anyway, let us go ahead and do it first. So this is the Python implementation from genzim.model. So we'll have to import the keyed vector class and then we'll have to provide the model path, which should be there in zip format. And I have attached the file that you see here, Google News Vectors -300 in the resources section. And then we'll be creating an object named model_vectors. Then we'll be using the keyed vector class and a method called load word2vec format. And here we'll have to provide the model path, which is nothing but where the model is. And we'll mention binary equal to true because the model is saved in binary format. And then we'll use this model to generate vectors for words. So we'll use this model vectors and pass any word. We can pass any word for that matter. Here I'm showing you the word as machine. It can be 3IAM, it can be GenAI, LLM, data engineering, mechanical, civil, anything, and we'll get the vector of that word. So this is the first hands-on to create vectors of words. And in this case, we'll be using a pre-trained model, which is already available, which is given to us by Google. I'm using the Google's model. If you want, you can use other model also. But using this model, we'll be generating vectors for words, or we'll see how the vectors of a word is like. So this is my PyCharm, and I have created a new Python file, 3IAM word vector. Let me rename it because I'll be using a pre-trained model. So I have changed the name. This is the one. And here we do not have to do anything. We'll have to use the model which is already available. And this is the model which is Google News Vectors -300.bin.gz. But before that, we'll have to install the genzim library, which is GENSIM. And once the installation is done, we'll have to use the keyed vectors class. We'll have to import the keyed vector class from genzim.models, and it should be capital K and capital V, remember that. So after the installation is done, we'll have to provide a path of the model, So let's say the model path is wherever the model is, you should have to provide the absolute path. But here, as the model is already available in the same location, so this is enough. So this is the path of the model, and I'll have to load the model now using keyed vectors class. And I'll name the variable as model, and I'll use this keyed vectors class, and there should be a method called load word to vec format, and this is the method which is used to load the model. This is a pre-trained model, and using this method we are loading the model which is in binary format. So we'll have to provide the model path where the model is, and does it have binary or not. So is it in binary format or not? It is in binary format. If let's say it is in some other format, it will mention binary to be false. Once the model is loaded, we can generate vectors for whatever words we provide. So let's name the variable as word vectors, and it would be model, and then we'll have to pass a word inside of this model. And let's pass the word Vivekanand inside of it, and we'll print the vector. And remember that the dimension is 300, which means that there would be 300 elements in this array. And how can we look at the number of elements? We can use this len function. All right, so it would take some time, and once the model is loaded, it will take approximately 4 GB of your RAM. If you do not want to do that, we can limit it here. So there's a limit keyword also, and instead of billions of vectors, you can mention let's only 10,000. So it will take way less memory. So if you do not have that much of RAM, even then you can use this model. You have to use the limit keyword. So I'll not use it. Let's execute this. Once I start executing, it might take some time to load the model. So let's see. So it took quite some time for the model to be loaded, and you see the length. In the first one, I have mentioned the length of the array or the list. It shows 300, and these are the vectors. It can start from 0.01 to 0.00 something. In almost all the cases, it is 0.0 something only. So this is the vector of the word Vivekanand. Let's use a different word maybe. Let's use learning. And here, if I execute it again, it will load the model again. So if you do not want to do it, you can use the command line option of Python also. That would also work. But let's execute this again. And once the model is loaded, it would print the vector for the word learning. And these are the vectors. As the number of elements are high, it would be pretty difficult for us to look at these vectors. But in the next topic, I'm going to create a custom model using word2vec, and then we'll load the model, and then we'll use lesser dimension. But anyway, if you do not want to use word2vec directly, you can use a pre-trained model like this, which has more than 100 billion words and their corresponding vectors. There can be word which is, let's say, not there. Let me type machine space learning. This should not be there here, hopefully. And it would give error because out of all those 100 billion words, machine space learning is something which is not there. Might be the case, I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, it gives us error. It says that key machine learning not present. So even though this model has approximately more than 100 billion words and their vectors, the word machine space learning is not there. Why? Because this is not a single word that we have provided, right? So that's why it is giving us error. So this is a pre-trained model that we have used in this hands-on. I have not used word2vec yet, but before using word2vec, I wanted to show you that there are other pre-trained models also available which can be used to see the word vectors. And the reason I'm not using it because the number of dimensions are pretty high.